beans and rice, Louisiana style. And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. Let me introduce you to the ingredients very quickly for this beans and rice, Louisiana style. You're going to need some beans. That's about 15 ounces. You can have the dry ones, but you have to put them in water overnight, and it's going to take a lot longer to cook. Or you can go with the can. Really doesn't matter. Of course, you're going to need the Trinity, Louisiana cooking. Apply the Trinity most of the time. Celery chop, onions chop, bell green pepper chop. It's about a tablespoon and a half for each, maybe two. I have a basil leaf, one. Oh, of course you're going to need this sausage. And you have to use the andouille sausage, which is the traditional sausage used for a lot of Louisiana cuisine. Garlic, 3 teeth. These are big, by the way. You're going to mince them. You're going to need some stock or broth. I'm going with the beef stock, have more flavor. So, I'm going to use a little bit of smoked paprika and to give it some kick. And I'm going to use some ground cayenne red pepper to give you some kick. Taste and kick. Optionally, I'm going to have some cumin. I have my reasons. It brings the earthy flavor. And I have to have some oregano. This is actually optional. This is fresh, by the way. Optional, just to give it that earthy flavor. Clearly, you're going to need some oil, any type. I'm going with sunflower oil this time around because I want to keep kind of neutral taste. And of course, you're going to need some rice and the water that's going to come with the rice, depending on how much you're going to prepare. Let's start it. So you can cut the sausage this way in rounds, or you can maximize it by cutting it in half and then cutting it like this. See? So you have two ways of doing this. You can get this done in the same pot that you do the beans, or you can do it separately and then transfer to the other pot. I'm going to do it separately because I want to show you what I'm doing. This is a cast iron, nice. You can use anything. I'm going to put a little bit of oil. No, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And let it heat up for a little bit. Cast iron was already preheating. And what you're going to do, you're going to put the sausages here. You're going to brown them. And you notice I'm not cooking a lot because I'm not going to cook a lot of beans. And I'm doing this just to show you how it's done, more so than preparing a meal for a lot of people. And you're going to cook this for about maybe 3-4 minutes, medium high. You want them to darken. That's what you're trying to do. So it took me actually about 2.5 minutes. Turn this off, move them away. You're going to use some of this oil, so don't throw it away. So you bring a pot, put the heat a couple notches above medium for now. And what you're going to do first, you're going to transfer some of this oil here. Transfer some of the oil. And you start playing with the Trinity. Celery. green bell pepper, onions. You're going to move things around a little bit. Stuff smells delicious already. What you're going to do now, add some of this oregano. And you start mincing some of the garlic. And I like, one teeth will be enough for this size. I'm going to do maybe a couple teeth. Make sure you stir things around because you don't want the garlic to burn. Few seconds later, put a little bit of cumin, which is optional. Not a lot, just a little bit. Put on top of the... Ooh, it smells good. Give that earthy flavor. And then a little bit of the paprika. Not a lot, just a little bit. You don't want it reddish. And you can put some of the cayenne pepper, just a little bit. Depends how spicy you want it, I guess. Just see, a sprinkle. I'm mixing things up. Time to bring the sausages so the flavors are mixed. See how beautiful? Going to put the leaf now. You can put it later, but I'm going now. Why not? Going to sprinkle some salt now. You might have to add more later. We're going to put some now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the beans. If you're using beans from the can, throw the water away. In other words, drain them. But if you're using the type from the bag, the dry, make sure you have them in water for 8-12 hours. And this will take much longer to cook, clearly. So it's going to depend what kind of beans you have. So mixing things up. Frankly, it doesn't matter. As long as you throw the water away, if it comes in can, it doesn't matter. See how beautiful they're looking? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this stock. See how they're looking? You don't have to add a lot of stock. You're not making soup. See how nice they're looking? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them to cook for a little while until the beans are soft and the other stuff, if you have other stuff on it, is cooked. Cover them. You can reduce the heat, it's up to you. I'm going to go a couple notches below medium. I'm going to let it cook for a little bit. Let's give it a look. See how beautiful. Oh my goodness, they smell good too. See? Nice. Dark. So very quickly, let me show you how to cook rice. Steamed rice. A lot of people screw this thing up. I have 1 1/4 cup of extra long rice. And what I'm going to do, And I have 1½ cup of water. I don't have twice as much or anything like that. 1¼ 1½. And you're going to start boiling this water. And I have this here to show you something. So what you do now, you add your rice, move it around, and you notice that the amount of water is about maybe ½ inch above, maybe an inch, ½ inch, ¼ inch. That's all you need. And for this, you're going to add a little bit of oil, just a couple drops, nothing more. And you're going to let it boil for a little bit. When it starts boiling, then you reduce the heat and you're going to cover it. So it took about 2 minutes to start boiling. Reduce the heat to medium, from high to medium. Cover it. And you're going to come back in about 3, maybe 5 minutes. It's an observational stuff. When the water starts draining or drain is when you go to the next process. I will show you some. So about 5, maybe 8 minutes later, depending on the stove and amount, you take a look and you're going to notice how the water has steam or dry. And what you do, it's not ready. This is the signal that you have to start moving things around a little bit. Stir. And you do a quick stirring. It's not ready by any means, just a quick stirring. And continue cooking. About 2 or so minutes later, come back, another stir. The stuff is almost ready. See how nice it's looking? That's it. It's ready. See? Flaming and nice.